My goodness, it finally happened. Frank Wright is gone. The Carolina Panthers have fired Frank Wright as their head coach after having an abysmal 1-10 start. The Carolina Panthers are absolutely abysmal when it comes to an organized football team. And the reason why is so frustrating, and it's because we imploded our own progress from the inside out. It's terrible. But now we fired Frank Wright. We should be all good, shouldn't we? We should all be great. We should all be ready to celebrate because now we turn over a new leaf. Ain't that right? No, it's not. No, it's not. We still suck across the board. 30th in passing yards on average for the entire league. 29th in rushing. 29th in points. 30th in points scored against. We are last nearly every single metric of football. Can't do one thing right. Our personnel is completely wrecked, shot, done away with. We have no draft picks to actually be able to build and get other pieces, at least not in the first round anyway. Better hope and pray we can get some stuff in the later rounds of this draft. But we're cooked. The Panthers are cooked. Carolina's cooked. We got one of the worst O-lines in the NFL. The team as a whole cannot get any separation from the wide receivers. Adam Thielen, respect to him, is not a number one wide receiver guy to replace who would have been our best man in DJ Moore. That's what Bryce Young is in terms of his situation in the NFL. Drafted to a team seen as their shining star, yet we have nothing to offer him to give him something to work with. And Frank Wright didn't help either. This is why we needed Steve Wilks. This is why they should have kept Steve Wilks. This is why they should have not gone away from a coach that had gotten his players to buy into not only his play style, but adapted his play style or his scheme to fit the team. Made them a running squad. Made them a ground and pound team. Made them a team that actually took advantage of the strengths, though they were few, that they did have. And in his tenure, got to 6-6. Nearly got this team to the playoffs. When we should have nowhere close to sniffed being in the running. Now we see the success that he's bringing to San Francisco. Oh, they're sublime. They're phenomenal. They're great. That's what a good coach is. That's what Frank Wright was not. But getting rid of him is not going to solve the issue. Because the issue starts at the top. Again, this team has imploded from the inside. And it's all that implosion has started because of David Tepper, the owner himself. The man who wholeheartedly has ruined the franchise and has turned this team into the Knicks of the NFL. That's what the Carolina Panthers are. The Knicks of the NFL. No superstar in the NBA wants to go there. None whatsoever when it comes to the New York Knicks. Why? Because the organization from top to bottom is in shambles. But specifically because of James Dolan. Nobody wants to go to the New York Knicks because the organization internally is an absolute dumpster fire. And James Dolan is horrible. But the market is great. Charlotte is a great market. The only problem is that our team is bad. And our team is bad, but we don't have any structure up in the higher ups to actually have faith that the ship will be righted out and that the problems will actually be fixed. And that's because David Tepper has been internally ruining this franchise ever since he got the team at his disposal. We should be having very high hopes if you're a Carolina fan when it comes to David Tepper, because we essentially have a Steve Ballmer of the NFL. New guy coming into the league, owns the team, got a boatload of money, one of the richest owners in the entire NFL. Steve Ballmer, one of the richest owners in the entire NBA. Both of them have the capital to legitimately make moves. Instead, we're saying this is a man with money who's running this team to the ground. This is despicable. And it starts all because of David Tepper. There's one thing about David Tepper amongst anything else that encapsulates his problems. He's impatient. He doesn't want to wait. Because he doesn't want to wait, he chooses to pull the trigger too quickly on situations. Doesn't let stuff build. Doesn't let stuff fester. Doesn't let things grow. when we had Steve Wilkes, would have been a great coach and a great roster to grow with, to build upon, to forego the process of making long-term success possible because you want to win now. It's idiotic on the part of the owner. And we're seeing David Tepper consistently with this organization, worse and worse and worse, run this team to the ground. Turn this team into a laughing stock of the entire NFL. Somebody on ESPN said it best. If you want to get right game, you go and look forward to playing against Carolina. If you're in a rut and you want to get back on track, you play against Carolina. If you want to get your confidence up, you play against Carolina. You want to feel like you are you again, you go play against Carolina. We're a laughing stock of an organization. And it sucks that this is the case, but it's true. And it starts at the top.